like it's not a game. It's a test. Um, there's a company out there called Novos. It's a longevity company out of New York City that has created an AI powered tool that estimates one's biological age using 24 questions. Um, Biological age differs from chronological age because it looks at how old your cells are rather than how many birthdays you've had. The older cells are, the more wear and tear they develop, which puts people at higher risk of chronic diseases such as cancer. All right, so I think I have the test here. Um, Let me read it to you guys. Actually, I'll show it to you right here. All right, so here's the test right here. It's going to look a little wonky, guys, because it's on a. See if I can zoom in any farther and make it work. Oh, I think I got it. Perfect. Okay. All right, here we go. I think this will work. There we go. All right, so here it is. It says Novos, younger for longer. This is the free AI trained biological age test. Novos, the world's leading consumer platform for human longevity, offers the Enable Age biological clock free of charge to the general public as part of its commitment as a public benefit corporation. Novos' mission is to make longevity accessible and achievable for all. Enable Age is a second generation survey based biological age clock that provides greater accuracy than first generation, obviously. First generation blood based epigenetic biological age clocks. The clock, created by researchers at the University of Washington and overseen by Professor Soo-In Lee, and in collaboration with Dr. Matt Kaberlein, was trained using both blood test results and survey questions from tens of thousands of people. After being trained using XAI, explainable artificial intelligence, the algorithm is capable of producing accurate biological age outputs based on simple questionnaire responses about your lifestyle and health behaviors. And then I can learn more about the test if I want to, or I can start the test right here. All right, ethnicity. I am Caucasian. Sex assigned at birth. I am a male. My highest level of education. I have some college, we'll say that. Did take some courses. Birth date. Oh, I'm gonna make my age. I'm gonna feel old. For fast input, click the year. Oh, here we go. 1978. January. Oh no. Come on, let me go up to January. January. Oh no! Oh shit, I just knocked my mouse over. Fuck. I just sent this fucking thing flying. Holy shit. Let's hope it works. Oh my god. I just sent this thing fucking halfway across the fucking room. My bad, guys. Sorry about that. All right, January 1978. Let me go click the month here. Holy cow, that was crazy. January. Uh, my birthday is January 29th. Okay. For how many months have you been working in your main job? Oh, geez. I guess my main job would be DJing. And I've been doing that for, man, over 10 years. So 120, let's say 132. What is my longest job duration in months? That would be it. Am I a citizen of the United States? Yes. Oh, would I have worked at RMG longer actually? 2012, 2003 through 2012 was 9 years. It's called a wash. It's probably about the same, to be honest with you. If you talk 9 years and then I came back for, yeah, so yeah, around there. How many? But I DJed longer than that. I've been DJing for a long time. I started DJing in like 2004. So that's 20 years. Damn, I've been DJing for 20 years. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. That's nuts. 20 years. What's 20 times 12? I have no idea what that is. Is it 240? 240. So 240, we'll say. Yes, I'm a citizen of months. How many members are in my household? I don't know. One right now. Oh, I got to put my annual income in. All right. Well, we'll put that down for a sec. Hold on one sec. We'll put that in. Anything last year? What last year was? What was that on there? What the hell was that amount? Fuck, what was the amount on that? All right. That's what? No, okay, no commas. All right. All right. How many bedrooms do I have in my home? Count kitchens. Do not count bathrooms. Or how many rooms do I have in my home? Count kitchens. Do not count bathrooms, laundry rooms, or unfinished basements. Why do we pick that? The algorithm behind this biological egg clock is based upon NHANS survey data, some of which includes housing characteristics correlated with aging and health. Interesting. All right, so let's count how many rooms do I have in my home. Not that many. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Small place where I live. Self-reported weight at age 25. Oh my God. 25, I would say 300 pounds. Lifetime heaviest weight, 376 pounds, I believe, was the highest I ever got up to. My arm circumference in inches? Oh man, I don't know what these are. Not that much. Probably 10. I got tiny biceps. I don't have any triceps. Do you experience a shortness of breath on stairs and or inclines? Yeah. Doesn't everybody? What is your history of tobacco smoking or vaping? I guess I should say I smoke more than twice daily because there is tobacco in the wraps I use. So, um, have you smoked at least 100 cigarettes in my life? No, but do wraps count? I'm just saying yeah, because it counts. I don't know. No, cigarettes are different. It's pure tobacco. How often do you consume alcohol? Hmm. Well, lately it's been daily because I've been drinking lots of delis during the summer because it's nice. Average number of alcoholic drinks per day I've consumed over the last 12 months. Per day for the last year? Maybe 2? I'd say 2 because I'll have days off, I don't drink any, but then when I drink with you guys, I usually have 3 or 4, so I would say we'll go down to 2. What is your relationship status? I have a partner who typically contributes to my happiness. I have a partner, but it's a stressful relationship. I don't have a consistent partner. I'm going to go with I have a partner, but it's a stressful relationship. Am I widowed? No. What is my general health condition? Um, I would say good. I'm in general good health. I think. Do I now have any health problems that require me to use special equipment such as a cane, wheelchair, special bed, or special telephone? No. What is my blood pressure? Oh, come on, man. I don't know what my blood pressure is. Who the fuck knows their blood pressure? Um, fuck. Shit. I'm just gonna say 120 over 70. I think that's good. I always have good. What here? Let's just say this. What is good blood pressure? 120 over 80 or lower with the less than 80, less than 120. So that's probably about right because my blood pressure is always really good. I never have high blood pressure, so we'll just go with that. I always have good blood pressure. Gmail.com. All right, so let's send it. Let's submit. Okay. I submitted it. and I'm going to check my email for my results. So let's see how old I am in biological age. Your biological age score is ready. Now, this is based on how old my cells are, not my actual age in years. I'm 46 age in years, and my biological age, according to the test we just took, watch me take, 56. Oh, man. So there you go. I am clearly not in good shape for my age. I need to make some lifestyle changes if I'm 10 years older than I actually am. Hello, 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 yo, 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 what's happening? Welcome to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number 246. I am so glad to have you guys with me as we head into this weekend. What a nice week I've had so far. So fucking great. Just a wonderful week. I hope you guys had a better week than I had. Welcome to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. If you're wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses, well, you have to hit the thumbs up to find out. Hit that thumbs up on tonight's video if you've not already taken a second to do that. Make sure if you're not watching live, get your comments in. That way I can read them back live on the air. I got a couple comments I'm going to read back here in a minute. You can always download the show as an audio-only podcast. If you're working on a job site, you're driving, whatever, you can't watch the show, you can always listen through YouTube Music. So I recommend you check that out through that. Follow the show, X, Instagram, online on TikTok at Another Dumb Show. And shout out to the League of Dummies. That's our live chat here on Another Dumb Show. And once you subscribe to the channel, after about 10 minutes, you will have access to our live chat. And we'd love to have you there. A big shout out to Jerry. He was first in our chat today. He is one of the main League of Dummies. Big ups to Jerry. He's also a member of our Fantasy Football League. So love Jerry. You guys saw him the other night on the fantasy football draft. He was on one of the boxes coming in with us and doing the live draft, and that was a lot of fun. I love Jerry. He's a good guy. So he's been here from the beginning. So big ups to Jerry. Love Jerry. And he is also a member. Another reason why I love Jerry, he helps support Another Dumb Show through his pockets, and that's something I hope you guys are willing to do as well to help support the show. Even though I took the night off yesterday, I try to do as many days a week as we can to keep this thing up and running, and we can't do it without you guys. So please take a second, go to the Another Dumb Show homepage, click join, and pick a tier level, anywhere from $2 to $3 to $10 a month to help support the show. So I would greatly appreciate it. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. That is the phone number to call. I pay for these damn phones, so I hope you guys will call into them. I can kind of see them today. Apparently these sunglasses I have on are polarized. If you're wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses, it's not because I'm trying to pull a Howard Stern or something like that. I promise you I'm not doing anything like that. I'm dealing with a major eye issue right now. It is, I took the night off. I showed you guys the other night what I was dealing with. You could see it while I was live. I was starting to, Well, if you've been watching for the past 2 weeks, really, you've been watching it progress. It slowly started as this little red kind of little bump in the middle of the top of my, I would say middle of my eyelid, middle of my top eyelid. And then all of a sudden, it slowly started to move down towards the tip of my eyelid. And I wasn't sure what it is. I was first, there's two different things I thought it was. It was either a sty, which is like a common thing I thought, or it was this thing called a chalazion, which looks like a sty, but it's not really a sty. It's like this little similar, same idea, blocked gland that got some sort of germs in it. They could call. I think that's what the difference maybe between a sty and a chalazion is. A sty gets bacteria in it. Chalazion is just blocked gland that just fills up more and more and more. So I've been doing warm compresses. I have this thing I wear. I have an eye patch, and I put it on. I don't want to get the glasses all wet. I don't want to take them off. But yeah, I wear this for like 5-10 minutes at a time. Get it warm and moist. Put that on. It's supposed to bring it down. I swear to God, every time I do it, it just gets bigger. It's like literally having the opposite effect. I don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe it's drawing out whatever's in there, and that's what's making it bigger. But it is very unsightly. So I wanted to cover it up with my sunglasses. And I also have, I went to, let's see here. I have a couple comments about it. I have one from a few different comments, actually. Hold on one sec. Let's see here. So I posted a picture of it from yesterday. Mark said, feel better. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Coyote mentioned that the woman I worked with on the old show, Doogie, Doogie, like I've never said her name before. Doogie just had the same thing. Hers was way worse and so gross, according to Coyote Den. Yeah, we showed pictures of that the other night. Nugget Man says, strange coincidence. And then Brian says, the two of them are very close, with a laugh. User WW something calls me a wimp. Yep, I was definitely being a wimp yesterday. And then Andy comments and says, done that as 10,000% a sty. Warm compress as often as you can, dude. I had one for an entire summer. Bro. He said, the same summer I joined a popular band and more than ever wanted to look as cool as possible. Bottom line, sties aren't cool and I didn't look cool. Not until I got my purple sunglasses to wear on stage in a dark bar. There you go. Yeah, he said that was way cooler. He says, at least it doesn't quite look as nasty as whatever Doogie had on her eye recently. And then he does another Jeffrey thing. You that is sick. And he says, sorry, I'm drunk and rambling. So, yeah, it's not looking good, guys. So here's what it looked like the other day, yesterday, when I took the day off. I can kind of see here. These sunglasses are polarized, apparently. And so it's a little hard to see what's happening on this screen. For some reason, this screen is perfectly fine. But this screen, I can't see shit on. I don't understand what, like... I swear this one, they're both, this is a newer model than this one. It's the exact same screen. This one's just a newer model of this one. And for some reason, it's like it's not anti-glare. Very, very annoying. It's like I got to stand way off to the side to be able to see what's going on with it. Really freaking stupid. Anyway, so here is what it looked like yesterday. This is the picture I posted yesterday. You can see how, you could kind of see... you could obviously see how red and inflamed and swollen it is. And don't mind that ugly little brown dot I have. That's a karma dot, I call that. Because there was a guy who used to work at the old radio station way back in the day when I worked at CBS. There was a guy who worked there, and he was a very nice guy. I think he's actually since passed away. Very nice guy. He had a big thing on his eye. And... I believe I made fun of his eye thing to one of like one of my other coworkers. We were busting, we were just being nasty people, and we're like, oh, that thing on his eye, oh, it's so gross. Not lying to you, I swear to God, the next day I woke up with this fucking brown dot thing on my eye here. So yeah, that's a karma dot is what I call that. But anyway, ignore the karma dot. Look at this thing, this big thing I have right here. That was yesterday. Okay, so let's show you today. I'll take my sunglasses off for a sec to show them to you, but it's actually kind of, I'm a little sensitive to light right now. I don't know if that's because, well, I ended up did a doctor on demand thing today, which is like a video doctor call, which allowed me to upload a bunch of pictures of my eye prior to the appointment. And so I talked to a woman, very nice doctor. She said, okay, how long have you had this? And I said, I don't know, I think it's been going on for about a week and a half now, and it's just over the past couple days started to really start to irritate me and bother me. And she said, yeah, because whatever that is, that's now that I'm thinking back on the doctor's appointment, she said, whatever that is, it's about 3 times bigger than what a sty should be. So she gave me 2 different antibiotics. Well, I think they're both the same. One's just a topical version of the oral one. So I have a topical ointment that I'm putting on this thing, an antibiotic, and then an oral antibiotic that I'm taking as well, because she's worried that it might be abscessed, or it might have an abscess, or however that works. So I'll show them to you now. I'll show it to you here. You can see how big it's gotten. All right, that doesn't really do it justice until you see this picture. I took this picture about, I don't know, half hour before the show, maybe something like that. But here's what I'm dealing with right now. That is what's happening on my eye right now. This big giant, what looks like a pimple that you're not supposed to touch, but you can almost kind of see. Can you guys see right? You can't really see it. Never mind. Well, it's since swollen a little bit more than, even this from a half hour ago. And this thing I'm pointing at right here, this black kind of line, it's now, the white part is all the way around here now. It's that big because this little dot is right in the middle of it now. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. I'm hoping the antibiotic will start working. Thank goodness I don't have any events this weekend. That's the only reason I'm not just completely like, I wouldn't be freaked out. I would wear sunglasses. When I had to work out, so I would wear sunglasses the whole time. I would just wear sunglasses the entire event. That's all there is to it. I would just, from beginning to end, if somebody asked me anything, I'd be like, oh, I got poked in the eye or something like that. I have a bad eye infection or something ridiculous. Like, well, I wouldn't say eye infection because I'm like shaking hands with people and stuff. So I wouldn't want people to think I'm some sort of weird creep, like spreading this eye thing or whatever around to them, like a conjunctivitis or something. But I've had that a million times when I used to wear contacts. So thankfully, there's no infection in my actual eyeball. It's just on my eyelid, and it's started to get pretty uncomfortable. And like you can actually see me, I have to like sit here with my eyebrow up because it keeps my eyelid pulled up. Because it's actually it's so heavy, it's drooping my eyelid down. So it sucks. It's really not a fun thing, and it's been slowly getting worse. That's why I was bitching about my week, because just like I've been trying to actually be good about like putting this fucking stupid compress on. I ordered this specific compress. I got this eye patch holder to hold it on. It's a real pain in the ass, man. So I'm really frustrated because I've been trying to do this the right way, and it's still only seemingly making it worse. So I don't really know what the fuck to do about this fucking thing other than ride it out. They did say The doctor said today that if it's not better by Monday, to go see a eye doctor. And then she goes, if you want to go tomorrow, that probably wouldn't hurt either. If you want to just go get it checked out tomorrow, you could go do that. So I may go do that. I don't know if I'll go to an urgent care or what. But they're worried that there is, or I don't know if she's worried. She just mentioned that there might be an abscess, or it's an abscess or something like that. I don't know. All right, let me peek over here and see what everybody's saying in the chat. Michael K says, but you look like Billy Joel in the Piano Man video. I think that's his voice thing is said Panto Man video, but I think he's using the voice thing, so it means Piano Man. Doug Kiljack said, add this to the list of your ailments. Yeah, this has already been added. It's already it's in the file. Angelina says, I've never seen a sty that big. I haven't, and that's why the doctor was kind of, I think, like, she said, actually, it's 3 times bigger than a sty it should be. Michael K says, also, he's a prolific commenter. He says, I need to hear I Wear My Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart right now. Yes, I wish I could play that. Angelina says I should try a tea bag after I put it in hot water. I did see that today as another home remedy. It's supposed to be green tea. So I was thinking I would get some, I'll get some of that sent here and get some green tea. I might actually have some green tea. I have oolong tea. I know that. That's probably got some benefits in it. Like the tea that you get when you go to Chinese restaurants, oolong tea. That stuff's so good. So I'll have to try that. Nugget Man says, make sure you change your pillowcase. That's a good call. Yeah, I should do that. I just washed my sheets recently, though. I mean, so I just, the whole thing is such a pain in my ass. Speaking of Nugget Man said, yo, Dumb, I'm listening to issue number 245, and you seem really excited about the possible new stadium plan for the Cleveland Browns in Berea. It actually would be in Brook Park. Right next to Berea. Berea is where their training facility is. Oh, shit. He's up. He's alive. He's here. My main man. What's up, bro? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Sorry, I was sleepy.
That's okay. Did you get your hair cut? Oh, shit. He's back. Faded up, high and tight, looking like a slickster. I love it, dude. How's it feel?
It feels good, man. It feels so light. I think that's why I went to sleep as soon as I got home. My head wasn't so heavy anymore, so it was just like right away.
Dude, it's the best feeling when I'll never forget when I had long hair.
Oh, I got TV on in the background.
That's okay. I've done it twice. I've grown my hair out twice in my life. And
was it as long as mine?
Not quite. I would say the first time almost, second time not quite as much. It was both of the times it got down past my shoulders. But my hair's super wavy. So it literally it does these big kind of like curvy lock
That's the problem.
Things.
That's the problem I'm having now. This is supposed to be like you left a little bit of length on top.
Yeah, the broccoli cut. So
I can like slick it back. But the problem is it's so curly and wavy. I'm gonna have to put so much product in it to get it to stick. Because I mean, if not, dude, I'm out of the shower now and
no, you literally have so David Corenswet, the actor from the new Superman movie, that's the look they gave Clark Kent in the movie, and that cut went viral earlier this summer. So all the kids were getting that cut. So you're Gen Z
Muppet, the skinny Muppet with the fucking floof hair on the top of his head.
That's you. You know who you look like? You look like the Hulk a little bit with the shaved up sides and the long kind of floppy hair on the top. You know what I'm talking about?
I'll take that, Fat Hulk.
Better than Raging Out Hulk. So, Mikey, did you see the picture of my eye?
I did. I saw the picture you sent yesterday.
Oh, no. You got to see today's picture, buddy.
No, I don't know, bro.
Come on, you got to see it. I got to show it to you. You got to see why I'm wearing these sunglasses so you don't think I'm just being a douche.
I can kind of see it behind there, bro. Is it your right eye?
It's this eye, yeah.
Yeah, dude, when you're just peeking down like that, it's like, ah! Bruh. No, homie, that's just not okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, dude. I don't know if I have an abscess
You're
or what the deal
dying.
is. It doesn't, well, thankfully it doesn't hurt that bad. It really, it's irritated and it's starting to, like I said, droop. It's gotten so heavy, it's drooping on my eyelid now, so it's getting a little hard to see, and it's just frustrating. So, anyway, moving on past my eye. I love the new haircut. That when you cut off all that hair
That's
and
not
then
good.
you, uh oh,
Oh,
what happened?
coming back. Never mind.
There you are.
You
Yeah, no,
froze for like 20 seconds.
oh, well, all I was saying is when you cut off all that hair, how great it feels. It's so refreshing and light, and you just feel like a new man. So
Oh, yeah.
good for you, man. Is it like a?
It
Was it
was
just
so
a?
good to sit down in that chair.
Was this a impromptu thing, or did you just get hot at work one day and say, "Fuck this, this stuff's all coming off"? Or
No, I've been planning on doing it for a little bit over a week, 2 weeks now. I just keep saying I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and then
okay, good. I was planning on going to get. You can see my hair's all fucking jacked right now. I was ready to go get my hair cut. I was gonna do it yesterday. My eye was bad, and I went, okay, it'll probably be better by tomorrow because I'm doing the warm compresses. And then, no, just 10 times worse today. So, and seemingly
you
getting
got
worse
you
by
got
the
an event
minute.
this weekend.
No, thank God, no events.
I was about to say that'd be tough. You'd be wearing the sunglasses indoor, outdoor, everywhere in between. You might
Yep.
have to get an eye patch.
I actually these are the sun. I normally oh dude, I just broke my good sunglasses. You know you have a pair that are
No.
just your favorite. I broke them the
I
other
got
day.
the one pair. Yep.
These are my backup pair. I bought a pair at the fair, but I don't want to have the mirror on because it's reflecting too much. It's distracting.
It's not
So
bad. Those look dope though. Those look like Terminator glasses.
they're not bad shades. I like them. I'm pretty happy with them actually. They were pretty. They're only like $15 too, and they're polarized. So
I can't believe I fell asleep though, because I didn't. Well, first of all, I didn't know we were doing a show tonight. I assumed because it was Friday, and then last night I missed because I was sleeping again. This week's killed me, dude. I'm what 5 days into the work week, and I had 50 hours so far,
and
and then
you
I still got a whole day of work tomorrow.
plus you traveled the weekend before, so you're just jacked.
Uh,
And by the way, thank you for. I magically came across a login to see the Kill Tony live that you went to, and holy shit, was it fucking funny, man! That was
oh, bro,
fantastic.
did you watch both of them?
No, just the second one, the one that you went to. Where are you sitting, by the way? I forgot to ask you.
All right, so hang on, I'm trying to think. When
We were
we
like
were looking
upper.
down at the stage, we were upper left or right. I can't do that.
And
It
you're
was it
facing
was
the
upper
stage,
deck though.
upper decks. Okay,
We were
so
looking. I was looking down and to the right.
there's a million dudes that look like you there. I kept going. Is that
Oh yeah,
Mikey?
there's no.
Is
No, there was no one. There was no camera close to us. Everything was down low. They didn't show anything up top.
I know. I was just kidding. Anyway, did you go back and watch the one online?
Dude, I watched that one live, and then I think I've seen it twice since then.
Man, Heidi was looking good. Oh man,
I just fucking go,
she was
bro.
having a good night. B1 was actually in the room with me while we were watching it, and she was like punching me because I was just like, she dogs Heidi so hard too. It's so funny. She's like, Heidi's one of those girls who you can't tell if she's like 22 or 42. And and then she starts Googling how old she is. And I was like, all right, I got to stop talking about Heidi because it's really pissing off B1. So if you
And
guys,
then, dude, how were the like comparatively? Tell me that isn't like the best group of like bucket pulls.
some pretty good bucket pulls there. I mean, the whole thing was
Dude
good.
in the dude in the green like velour shorts tracksuit, that Italian kid was absolutely hilarious.
He was really good. He was funny. They were, I mean, honestly, the only guy that really kind of struggled was the big fat guy in the polo shirt. But anyway, we're talking about something that 5 people have seen,
Yeah,
so
it's
never mind.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
So
you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you got to enjoy it. And
yes,
I'm sorry I fell asleep tonight. I'm good until 8:30 tonight. I'm gonna go torture myself and go hang out with somebody I probably shouldn't be hanging out with.
okay,
Not
that's
the
fine.
devil, but
The
the one that
troublemaker.
is shit where she eats. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh that. Oh, I thought you were talking. Okay, because you've had about 3 different girls since we started the show The one was your ex, who's long gone. You had a girl in there in the
Yeah.
middle who was like an OnlyFans chick who got you in all kinds of trouble. And then now,
Yeah.
third chick who you kind of caught some feelings for, who you actually have been kind of tagging over the years. And you just found out that right as you kind of caught feelings for her, you found out, no, she's banging her manager at work to try to get leads for sales. So you said, fuck the feelings. I'll still tag this girl, but fuck the feelings is where, and if no more
For the
Captain
most part.
Save a Hoe, if she gets into trouble, all
No.
that kind of stuff.
Well, I'll be Captain Savo anyways.
Yeah, okay. I guess I figure you probably. Well, yeah. If anybody calls you in distress, you're going to come help them. But I don't think you're going to be plan. Are you still planning your nights around walking her home from work? I'd be like, you can ask your
No,
fucking
no,
sales manager
no.
for that shit.
Yeah, yeah. Make sure that he gets permission from his fiance to come over and help you.
Gotcha. Uh-oh. It's dirty, dirty too, and you got all the deets and all that. Oh man. So this girl is banging a sales guy who's engaged or blowing him
Hmm.
at least, whatever. So, ooh man, that's
Oh no, it's escalated.
also they're full blown banging. When is this guy supposed to get married? Do you know?
Soon.
Oof. Ooh. So is he this a last hurrah for him, or do you think is she?
He's a car salesman, bro. Like, what do you
Oh
think?
boy.
I
Yeah,
think that's just it's in the culture.
it's okay. It's in that, especially with the women in there. I guess they probably there's not a lot of female car salesmen or car, not, at
Get
least in
passed
my.
around
Actually,
like a fucking pipe at a fucking high school party. That's what girls do in the sales world do.
although I do have to say that the woman, I actually bought a car from a woman, and I had a contact who was a female salesman at a car dealership who got me gigs at the car dealership, DJing like their events.
Nice.
So I guess I'm wrong when I say I haven't had experience with female car people. I bought one from one and just know another one. So what the fuck do I know what I'm talking? I don't even know what I'm talking about. B1 jumped in the chat. She's reacting to my comments on Heidi from Kill Tony, and Brittany says, I said she had a great body, but a bad face. You also said the thing about her age too. So I didn't say that you didn't say anything else about her. Uh, she
Her face is all right.
I don't think she's bad looking. She's not. She's just overly. She's got a lot of plastic surgery. And if you don't like girls who have
Yes,
plastic
that's what it
surgery,
looks like. It's a bunch of filler. Like if she jumped into a pool, just her face and her tits would float.
oh yeah. I mean, she's all plastic surgery for sure. Totally. Like here, actually, here's a picture of her. That's her with Post Malone. So yeah, I mean, she's got a nice body and great hair. I mean, that's really
Man, dude, actually, I haven't really stalked her on Instagram or anything like that. The only time I ever see her is on the show, and I don't really get good glances. I take back everything I just said about her face floating. God damn, is she a 10?
she's not bad looking. Not good. I probably should turn it off and stop talking about it because I'm just gonna piss off B1. So anyway, I got other stuff that'll piss her off later on anyway. So good night, good night. So anyway, I went back. I was reading an email from Nugget Man. He said, I'm listening to issue number 245, and you seem really excited about the possible new stadium plan for the Cleveland Browns in Berea at Brook Park. It made me think about something similar that happened in San Diego. The San Diego Chargers NFL team basically left San Diego because of the very old and outdated facility that the city would not pay to update. And there's a picture of the old San Diego Stadium in there. Anyway, take your word for it. It was dilapidated. Well, a few years later, there's a new stadium called Snapdragon Stadium. It's still home to the San Diego State University football team, Aztecs, as well as the San Diego Wave Football Club, a women's professional soccer team, the San Diego FC, men's professional soccer, and the San Diego Legion, a professional rugby team. And it hosts an annual NCAA bowl game, football bowl game, the Holiday Bowl, as well as many other big events year-round. There's also an adjacent village area containing residential housing, retail stores, restaurants, parks, and hotels. So there are a bunch of events for people to attend. But this particular event I found to be somewhat a new concept, but definitely a draw. It is Marshmello, the artist Marshmello, is playing at the Major League Rugby Championships that's going to be there at the San Diego Stadium. So, or the San Diego Snapdragon Stadium. So I think his point is it's a good idea. Now, Mikey, were you here the other night when I played the video of the new stadium rendering, what it's supposed to look like?
No, because we were gonna talk. It's the night. Yeah, no, we didn't. You
All
sent
right.
me a picture of it. I saw a bunch of stuff on ESPN about it. I saw a bunch of stuff on Instagram about it. But
So
yeah,
you,
we didn't watch the
well,
video together.
let me show it to you again because I want to get your reaction to it based on your experience with that Viking stadium because it's very reminiscent in my opinion. So I'm going to just skip ahead through all the hype stuff because it's just going to get me all crying and whatnot. But here it is when it picks up with the stadium itself. And here we go. Now, what you're looking at, Mikey, all this stuff isn't there now. None of this stuff. This is all that stuff around that stadium in the upper
All
right.
those big buildings and stuff like that.
None of this is here. This whole kind of
Okay.
complex that you're looking at doesn't exist right now. This would all be part of it. All right, so you see as we make our way and kind of like the little village area.
I love.
Go
Look at
ahead.
that peak. It looks just like the Vikings peak.
That's what I thought. So, because I believe this is designed by the same people who designed the Vikings stadium. And what is that called? Lincoln?
They've designed a bunch of them. U.S. Bank Stadium,
U.S. Bank Stadium. Okay.
Phillies link.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Why did I think that? So anyway, so you can see all that parking, tons of parking. One of the big problems right now, we have nowhere to park. We have no way in and out. I mean, just look at how fucking
Does
cool
look
this
dope.
looks.
It looks those peaks must be like real popular in architecture and stuff right now. Because remember when we did the Chicago rendering as well, it was very similar.
Yeah, you know, we actually have a building right down the street being built from me that has these kind of peaks with this glass like this. So I wonder if there must be some sort of architectural benefit to it as well.
It's a great idea for a state that's just starting to fucking experience tornadoes.
Yeah, you know, shit. So they showed football, soccer, basketball.
Basketball would be crazy, dude. That's huge.
A big ass sphere. But think about that. Did you do the Final Four there? Something like that?
Yeah.
That would be fucking sweet. Whatever this trippy show is, I love that they show some kind of trippy ass mushroom show. Whatever this is with like iridescent lights and shit. Gaming. They got like huge indoor concerts, which this is what really gets it for me. I think this is the biggest draw for me is no more Blossom for big concerts. Even smaller concerts could still use this place. You know what I mean? Medium sized to large artists will still use this, and we'll get more big acts who will have opening acts who are medium range size. You know what I mean? So it's just going to be awesome, man. I'm so pumped for this. And then this one's great too. The wrestling. I mean, think about going to see a big wrestling event there with all the one at SummerSlam that they just did here was sold out. One of the biggest SummerSlam events ever. So it would, and that was outdoor.
Let's not get excited and say sold out.
What do you mean?
It wasn't sold out. They actually ended up putting black tarps over a bunch of the upper deck seating and moving a bunch of the people from the upper deck seating down to the floor because they couldn't sell the $1,500 and $1,700 tickets.
Oh.
So it was far from being sold out.
Why there was, I swear to God, they made a big thing about it being the biggest. Was it still the biggest SummerSlam ever? Biggest attendance for a SummerSlam? Okay. But even though some stuff was blacked out or whatever. So, okay. Well, still good for them. And I would love to see it here in Cleveland, man.
The amount of money those things rake in, especially a pay-per-view. They're not pay-per-view anymore, but big events like that, one of the monthly events that they have, it's unreal how much money they rake in. Their gate is out of this world.
Yeah, WWE. It's funny too because even like people who are casually into it can still have a good time at one of those things. You know what I mean? You just go and let yourself go because they put on such a production and such a show, even if you just like
The
aren't really into it.
the entertainment value is great. There's a bunch of little side shows. They have music artists. They make it a whole experience.
It's a good stuff. It's good stuff. Well, you know who else is raking in a lot of money and using music artists and is having some great momentum heading their way right now? Your girl Kamala Harris, Mikey. She just announced her economic plan today, and I do have some clips of her talking about it. And so,
Dude, I love that now all of a sudden that Kamala's running, that everyone and the whole Democratic Party is stooping down to Trump's level and calling him names and talking shit. You got Sleepy Joe out there calling him Donald Dump.
I saw him call that. I saw that. Why does it start echoing every once in a while, like about halfway through the show? It's so weird. Anyway, yeah, Donald Dump. I heard that. Donald Duck, Donald Dump. And I have actually even a little bit more about what they're kind of stooping to right now, coming up here in a little bit. But we'll play these economic things, her talking about it, and we'll kind of go over a little bit of what her plan is because it's not very huge. Uh-oh, hold on. I forgot. I turned down the audio for the Browns thing because it was so loud. Give me one sec. So I can't see anything. Here we go.
Pair my plan with what Donald Trump intends to do. He plans to give billionaires massive tax cuts year after year. And he plans to cut corporate taxes by over $1 trillion, even as they pull in record profits. No. And that's on top of the $2 trillion tax cut he already signed into law when he was president, which, by the way, overwhelmingly went to the wealthiest Americans and corporations and exploded the national deficit. You know, I think that if you want to know who someone cares about, look who they fight for. Look who they fight for.
All right, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Donald Trump fights for billionaires and large corporations. I will fight to give money back to working and middle-class Americans.
After you put a bunch of them in prison?
What do you mean?
Well, just because, I mean, she used to be a cop and a prosecutor.
Oh. Well, no, she's talking about, I do have a little bit of actually what she's talking about. So, right now, what she's talking about, putting more money back in middle-class Americans' pockets, is she's going to boost the child tax credit. So if you are a person with a newborn child, you'll get a $6,000 tax cut for the first year of that kid's life.
I'm about to go have a kid.
Yeah, right. Let's see here. It essentially gives more tax cuts to people who have children. There is another interesting one. There's a price gouging ban that she's working on where essentially she's going to cap the costs on some groceries, which a lot of it sounds good, like for people like us who go buy groceries, but from like all these different like, well, I read a few different news stories and even heard one of Barack Obama's former economic advisors saying that that this is not a good idea to cap prices. It's actually a communist idea, and that it leads to shortages.
It goes against capitalism, and yeah, it's a great idea. Let's see how it works out.
So there you go. So I don't know if it's a good or a bad idea. I'm just telling you what I heard. I'm not qualified enough to decide whether or not capping groceries is a good idea. It just seems like a good idea. And the you know, when you go to the grocery store, you're like, okay, cool. If we can bring my bill down by $75, that's a sweet deal. That's good.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, you're like, ooh, That's one of those, I hate this phrase, but it's a slippery slope kind of situation where they kind of go, all right, well, maybe we do that on gas. But when they did that on gas
Yeah, I
in the
was about to say,
70s, they had lines, they
give
had
them an inch, they're gonna
shortages.
take a mile. What's gonna happen? What do they cap next? What do they put a ceiling on next?
Right, which is, it seems like a good idea to cap stuff, but people who are much smarter than me say it's a bad idea. Economists that I was reading about earlier, and I could pull up the article and read it if you guys really want me to, but it's honestly kind of boring economy stuff. But that's kind of the whole point of all this, though, is some boring economy stuff to find out how she's going to make everything better for us. So here's the next clip. We'll see what she talks about here.
We all know that
Yeah,
prices went up during the pandemic when the supply chains shut down and failed. But our supply chains have now improved, and prices are still too high. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today than it did before the pandemic. Ground beef is up almost 50%. Many of the big food companies are seeing their highest profits in 2 decades. And while many grocery chains pass along these savings, others still aren't. Look, I know most businesses are creating jobs, contributing to our economy, and playing by the rules. But some are not. And that's just not right. And we need to take action when that is the case.
I'm a product of the 90s for sure, in the sense that anytime I see a strong black woman dropping knowledge, I expect to follow that shit. Just straight
Some
up.
pizzazz.
I'm just waiting. No, you got to fucking bust out that fucking Z thing that they used to do when they fucking dropped some shit. Anyway, so I guess she didn't say anything too crazy there.
Well, that snapping thing isn't really prevalent across Indian culture. So,
Ooh, all right. We'll actually have a clip referring to that as well. But I got one more clip from her, and we'll talk a little bit more about her economic things and stuff, how it can help, and what her ideas are, and how, if you guys think it can actually help you out.
I grew up in a middle-class household. For most of my childhood, we were renters. My mother...
I got to say real quick, Mikey. Oh, sorry, you went off for a sec. They got to stop.
woman knows.
They got to stop doing this camera thing where they blur everybody behind her. It looks fake. It literally looks like
behind the green screen.
Either that or
screen.
they're cardboard cutouts blurred on purpose. I mean, I know it's paused, and if they're moving, they're not going to look that way. But it just looks AI generated. I know it's not, but it's too clean. You got to have the people behind you, seeing the looks on their faces, all that stuff. It's almost like too impersonal. Just like they're these nameless, faceless, crowd fill people who don't matter. That's what it would make me feel like. If I watched this video and I was in it, I would be like, oh, I'm just Phil.
Saved for well over a decade to buy a home. I was a teenager when that day finally came, and I can remember so well how excited she was. I kind of understood what it meant, but we called her Mommy. Mommy was so excited, it just made us excited that she was so excited. Later in college, I worked at McDonald's to earn spending money. Well, some of the people I worked with were raising families on that paycheck. They worked second or even third jobs to pay rent and buy food. That only gets harder when the cost of living goes up. When I am elected president, I will make it a top priority to bring down costs and increase economic security for all Americans.
All right. So some of the ways she's planning on doing that, Mikey, and this is one of my favorite ones. This is now, even if you lean hard left, like CYX, Nugget Man, some of us are guys, and I'm not judging you guys for it either. I used to lean pretty hard left too myself. But I love this new one. One of her economic things is she wants to expand affordable housing. Her plan pushes for the construction of 3 million new housing units over the next 4 years, along with what it describes as the first ever tax incentive for building starter homes for first-time home buyers. So that's great. The problem is the amount of people who poured in over the border. Are they going to get those houses? Because you can't really talk about a housing problem when you guys were the ones who created the housing problem. You know what I'm saying?
If you're talking about people that are going to move into those houses and squat and ruin them and everything like that, yeah, probably.
Yeah, either that or are these houses going to be built for low-income people and migrants are going to be moved into them? Or, I mean, but again, it's not even the point. You can't talk about how we want to build affordable housing and more housing when you are part of the reason that you created the housing crisis. At least if you say, all right, we fucked up. We let a lot of people over that border. And I will say, it's been the lowest this past July. It's been the lowest it's been in a long time. So I will give them credit for that. It is going down right now. It's 150 degrees in the desert. Might have something to do with it, but either way.
That's like thanking Best Buy for charging a lot higher for the entire year for everything, and then on Black Friday they give you a little bit of a deal. I mean, like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Well, yeah, I mean, but if they were, came right out and be like, yep, we let a lot of people in. We screwed up letting all those people in. So one of the ways we're going to remedy it was got to build more houses. We got to get more houses built in an affordable way and get people into these houses. That would make more sense. That is taking a little bit of, that's the problem is we have all these problems and everybody points the finger at the other side. No, it's their fault.
Of course.
It's their fault.
Nobody's about the solution.
Why, if nobody steps back and goes, oops, we kind of fucked up on this one. Here's how we're going to remedy it, and here's how it's probably going to benefit you. Why is that such a foreign thing for politics? I mean, it's such a if politics, it happens in workplaces. I guess there are workplace politics, but where people do point the finger and nobody wants to take any blame or whatever. But those are unsuccessful
it's like
businesses.
That in every job.
That's but a lot of them.
That's just. At this point, that's like the American way. No, there is nobody that's part of the solution. Everything's about a divide, and it's a lot easier to control those divided. God forbid people started agreeing on things and actually started to implement helpful things. People would actually become more powerful. We'd actually become more, intelligent and be able to make decisions for our own.
CYX says the poor immigrants caused the housing crisis. 12 million people came here with nowhere to stay, and we already had a problem with too many people living in small places. It's turning New York City into Gaza.
I thought it was more like 20 million.
I don't remember. Excuse me. My God, that's disgusting. Excuse me, guys. Last I heard, it was 12 million, but I don't know. But again, how can we argue that point? How can we argue that adding that many people to a already distressed economy is a good thing? How is that even remotely? It's just such a common sense thing. You can't deny it. You can't deny it. I don't understand how anybody could even argue with that. One of the things, limiting taxes on tips. Don't care if she stole that from Trump. Cool idea. I think that's a good idea for people. Yeah, I'm down for that. These people in these restaurants who bust their ass for tips, or even me, and that'll actually affect me, but more so.
I don't even think tips.
Actual restaurants.
Anything you get cash or anything like that shouldn't be taxed.
Well, yeah. I mean, most people who do get cash don't get taxed because they don't tell anybody that they got cash. So if you're smart, if you get cash and you're telling people, you're a dummy.
Yeah,
that's a different story with electronic and all that kind of stuff. You got to report all that. But somebody puts cash in your hand. What cash? What the fuck are you talking about? There's no cash here. There's no paperwork. There's none of that shit. What are you talking about? I didn't show up at that day for any reason. Just showed up. Just happened to show up and play some music. You know what I'm saying?
Just hanging out.
Anyway, let's see here. What was the other thing? There were a couple other things in there, and I'm not necessarily knocking everything she's doing. I just don't think I'm not a big fan. The food prices thing, the capping, I don't know if that's a good idea. What I've read so far from experts and saw on TV, analysts saying it, even like I said, Barack Obama, economic guy, saying not so good, not a good idea. This isn't a good thing. So that was, we'll have to see. I have to learn a little bit more about. Again, this came out an hour and a half ago, so I'm just kind of going through this as it just came out. The housing thing, 3 million new housing units. They're going to do a thing where they're going to reduce the amount of bulk buying that people are doing, which I think is a good idea because there are like real estate firms and companies who, and Jerry probably doesn't like this because he works in corporate realty, but there are companies that just buy up all the different real estate and everything and buy up all these houses and then jack up the prices on them and stuff. So I'm a little frustrated with the whole thing about the, because let's see, they're going to give, here's another one. They want to expand a Biden administration plan providing $25,000 in potential down payment assistance to help some renters buy homes. Not a bad idea. It's a little frustrating to hear that because when B1 were buying a house and I were buying a house, we were literally right to the end. We had the house, everything was going through. We got to the underwriting stage, and all of a sudden, there wasn't enough income. Meanwhile, we're approved for everything up until the last day. So we got denied. Then the very next day, what happened? Interest rates went up. So we would have really low, nice low interest rate that we were looking at getting. The banks
changed up real quick.
Yeah, it was just interesting that it happened the next day. You don't think that maybe the banks are kind of went down the line going, hey, anybody that you got ready to get a house right now, maybe just pause it.
24-hour hold.
Just deny them if you need to. I don't even care. Just deny the whole thing, and then because rates they can reapply tomorrow. So that kind of screwed us. But so maybe that will then, in the end, if we desire to get maybe we work something out and we're happy and we figure out what we're doing with our relationship for long term here, because we don't talk about any of that kind of shit. We just kind of fly by the seat of our pants every day. It's kind of like a day-to-day thing. So probably she and I should probably sit down and have some sort of, where are we going? What's the situation? Where are we headed here? Are we going to try to get a house? Are we ever going to live together again? What's the plan here? All that kind of stuff. We should probably sit down and do that. But especially if they're giving away $25,000 in potential down payment assistance on new houses.
Hell yeah, dude! $25,000 for a new house, $6,000 for a kid. I'm about to impregnate somebody and buy a house.
Well, that's kind of the
$31,000.
That's some of the criticism that I've seen, that it's like a lot of money in handouts. That's the judgment that people have been
buying votes.
Buying boats.
Buying votes.
Oh, buying votes. I thought you said buy. I know it was buying boats.
Yeah, no, there's this new tax credit too. They give you like $10,000 if you buy a boat.
I didn't know. So, CYX says you need a lot of documentation.
I should not have eaten that edible right as soon as I woke up.
Oh, you ate an Eddie? How much?
Dude, I haven't had edibles or done an edible in probably like 3 or 4 months, and I just bought a straight 100 milligrams.
Okay. Well, I just found out that there is, according to my mom, there is a dispensary right around the corner from me in the little plaza. Literally, like I could, if I wanted to walk there, I could. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of good.
Licensed one?
I think so, because they had, according to her, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't driven over there to check it out. But she said that they have a sign up that says 21 and over, and it's got a picture of like weed leaves and stuff all over it. So,
yeah, it's making me sweat. My eyes look like Forrest Whitaker. Like I should go get my sunglasses. My left eye is half closed.
Stay with it. You're fine. This one you're gonna love, Mikey. So, something that really makes me just not want anything to do with the Harris campaign. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I find this to be who gives this is a who gives a fuck situation here. If you want to work for the Harris campaign, you have to fill this out, Mikey. You have to tell them how you would like to be your pronoun.
Okay, bye.
They have this whole list, Mikey. He, him, she, her, they, them. Which, okay, I'll give you that. She, him, he, him, she, her, they, them. If you're trans and you haven't decided what you are, you want to go by they, them. I've been fine with that. I've accepted that. I'll even say the improper grammar thing, like they are doing well. If I don't know what their gender or sex or whatever the word is, I'll say they instead of he or she. I'm used to that now. I've trained myself. Now I'm got to be honest with you. Zem, Zem, is that how you say that with the next? J, Jem. All right, and then now this is Z, here, higher, Z higher, or
Z Kyle?
well, no, definitely not that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I misread it.
I M, not I am, I/M. I/M.
Excuse me.
This is the best one. Her or her. So the plural of the same one is the same one. The next one, Faye, fair. I think that E should be a different letter. Then we have another one. It's who. Same, that's Michael Jackson. That's it. If you're Michael Jackson, you click this one because you identify as a or you could go by just your name because you don't have any sort of pronoun.
Custom. You can literally play pretend, bro. You can literally play pretend. That's what they're telling you. Make up your own shit as you go.
And Gabrielle says, who the fuck? Who gives a fuck what anyone wants to call themselves? No shit.
Who?
No shit. Who cares? Like, who cares? But I'm blown away by this. Real quick, I'm going to grab Michael K here. Oh, did I hit the wrong button? I think I hit the wrong button. Michael K, you're on Another Dumb Show. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? I'm sorry to call in 2 days in a row or whatever. I need a new fucking hobby, buddy. But no, I'm just calling in because what's that?
I said I love your hobby. Don't change a thing.
All right, good. I'm gonna start paying you real quick. But anyway, so I noticed in the chat, this is why I called in, but Chicken Lady or fucking Nugget Man, whatever the fuck his name is, who cares? He made a comment about his wife got fired from her job because she was voting for a certain person. And what I'm wondering is, first off, that never happened. That's a fake story, 100%. I hate to be Donald Trump, fake news. Because,
you could
let's face it,
real quick.
Everybody knows at work you don't talk politics. And if she did, that was totally wrong, but she learned her lesson. I mean, the company that I sold, you weren't even allowed to have your phone out. You had to have it locked in your locker unless you were on break or your lunch. So I don't know where these people are conversating so much about. Shouldn't they be working instead of talking about who they're voting for? I just want to know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you worked in a manufacturing environment. Think about the salespeople.
I never worked in a manufacturing environment. I owned a manufacturing environment.
Okay, well, did you lock up your cell phone all day long?
No, I owned the place.
Well, that's my point.
No, so I didn't have to do it.
Did your salespeople?
I don't know because I didn't own the place that long.
Right.
They're not manufacturing people.
That's what I'm saying. The only people who had to lock up their phones were the people in the manufacturing department because it's dangerous to have your phone on the floor. The people in the
sales... Well, not only that, but if you're paying salespeople to use their phone to sell stuff, I mean, you know.
Well, yeah. Well, that's why every salesperson has two phones. You have the phone that they give you, and then you have your personal phone. But and then you text about how much you hate your job on your personal phone to your everybody else, and then you hope you don't actually use the wrong phone and fuck up.
Been there,
Right.
done that, man.
But my thing is, politics, race, and religion should just, I know it's old and cliche, but it should be left out of,
Yeah,
I know
the
we
problem
talk
is,
here openly.
The problem is, Michael, there's people like me who hate talking about the weather. So I will
Right.
end up talking about, stuff going on in the news, because I also like to gauge people, kind of get an idea what they're all about, kind of needle them a little bit too. You can kind of have a little bit of fun with people in those kind of environments.
See, this is why you thrived working in an environment where you your own boss for all these years.
Yep. Yeah, I was actually going to say that earlier, but no, you actually hit the nail on the head, because
corporate culture, working around other people,
not my cup of
wouldn't
tea.
have lasted.
I don't do well in those environments at all.
I wanted to ask Mikey real quick. Whatever happened to that little cat a couple weeks ago that you kidnapped from the outside and brought into your house? Did you adopt that thing or what?
Okay, so there's been more cats since then. A whole nother litter was born.
Jesus Christ.
So there's the three cats. There's 3 cats outside, and mom. Those cats are probably like 2 months old now. And then mom just had another litter of cats that are probably like 5 or 6 days old. So in the next week or so, we're getting all the cats and mom and taking them to a shelter, and they're going to be gone from here. I'm not adopting any of those ones. The one 3-legged cat that I did want to adopt, unfortunately, did not make it.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, dude, that's a bummer, bro.
So no new animals for Mikey. You always tease us with all these new animals, but then you
I
never.
know, but then there's another possibility. A good friend of mine just had kittens, and they're all white.
Oh, like a Siamese?
No, they're just all white. It's like an albino type cat.
Usually, all white cats are Siamese cats. They have blue eyes.
Yep.
They're probably Siamese. They're fucking nuts, dude. Careful.
Perfect.
Siamese cats are fucking crazy. So, real quick, Nuggaman. Oh, he already hung up. Not Nuggaman. Michael K hung up.
Hi, Michael K.
Before we wrap up the whole Kamala thing, I have one last clip. Now, you mentioned the joke that Trump told the other day about she all of a sudden she became black when he said that at the Black Journalist Conference. I still laugh to this day. And again, I'm not laughing with him. I'm truly laughing at him because it was such a ridiculous thing to say. He got himself into so much trouble. But it turns out his opinion is not so crazy in the black community. Here is a guy interviewing, I believe he's in Philadelphia at a barber shop, where shit gets real. Guys in a barber shop,
Philly barber. Jesus Christ.
They don't pull punches there. And here's them talking about Kamala Harris.
Is Kamala going to make you a little more likely or less likely to vote Democrat?
Well, I guess, hold on, first, Ray, hold on, Ray. Is Kamala black, yes or no?
I'm going to let her speak on that. But to me, no.
Oh, is Kamala black, yes or no?
I share that same view.
Wow, is Kamala black, yes or no?
I heard she's half black and half Asian.
When I played that audio on my SiriusXM radio program on Thursday, many callers who self-identified as African American were quick to tell me that those men were the exception, not the rule. Some described them as low information voters, no different than you'd find among whites.
Low IQ. Low IQ. They don't like Kamala, so they must have a low IQ. But I did find that interesting. It's the exact same thing Trump said. That's not getting a ton of play. It was on CNN, actually, believe it or not. But I think that show's on CNN on like Saturday morning when nobody's watching CNN. So.
I was about to say, that's got to be like the 3 o'clock run time, 3 a.m.
Yeah, something like that. So All right, Mikey, I know you got to get going, so I'm going to take a break. I'm going to let you get going, do your thing, and then I'll come back. I got some other stuff I'm going to talk about. Got a little video dump here.
I might pop back on. I haven't heard nothing yet, so
All right,
maybe
cool.
I'll just hop back on until she gets me up.
I hope you do. It'd be good to have you the rest of the night and hang out. So in the meantime, you guys can go in the other room, turn on Kill Tony, put up Heidi, and tell your kids, tell your daughters, this is your goal in life, is look like this. Tell your sons, this is the goal in life, is to end up with a girl like that. No, I'm kidding. That's awful. Just close the door behind him and tell him whatever the fuck you want. So you can go in the other room, you can get your drinky drink on, get your mokey moke on, because second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. We'll be right back. Sit tight. Oh, forgot to turn that off. Welcome back to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number 246. Now, normally I would have knocked down this live from Studio Struts, a little banner here at the top of the screen, but I'm leaving up for a minute because it's old Papa Struts' birthday today. The old man is celebrating his, 74th birthday, I believe. 74. He was born in 47. So, no, wait, how old is he? That was some bad math. Let's see. 47. Hold on, that's bad. I can't do math. Hold on one sec. 2024. 47, that's 50 plus 3. 53 plus 24. So, oh, shit, he's 77. Holy fuck, he's old. Holy shit. My dad's an old man. So happy birthday, Papa Struts. I talked to him earlier today. He went out to have a nice dinner with my mom. He had said he had a big old fat ribeye, and he's got some ice cream. So he's a happy old guy. That's all you got to do to make an old guy happy. Give him a steak and some ice cream, and you got a happy old man. So big ups to Papa Struts. Really, literally would not be able to do any of what we're doing right now if it weren't for him. He's the one who hooked me up with this computer to make this whole thing run. So much love, Papa Struts. Love you. Keep kicking. You're the best. So, all right. So it looks like we still got Mikey with us. What's up, bro? You still here?
We do. Yeah, we're good.
Right,
probably for a little bit longer. Yeah.
All right, cool. Stick around then. Sounds good to me. Now, I caused so much division earlier when I brought up Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Everybody gets so divided when you bring up any of that stuff.
Of course they do.
Yeah, I mean, it's natural. That's the world we're living in these days. But I do think I have something that we can all agree on here.
I hope it's somebody getting injured.
No. Well, it potentially could be. Might be a daughter getting injured by her father. It's a very strange story.
Not uplifting.
Well, she's here's I'll read you there's a hold on one sec, I gotta pop up here. And I apologize for all the sniffing, guys. This eye thing is making me, it's like irritating my eye. So it's making me like have drainage down the back of my nose. So you look fucked up, bro.
Dude, that edible has me shot, bro.
You gotta turn the lights on or something, man. You're kicking your own ass. You're not helping yourself. Anyway.
Dude, it is what it is. I got the munchies like a motherfucker right now, too.
Yeah, dude, try to see if you can find those Blue Bunny fully loaded sundaes somewhere. See if
that's not as bad.
Oh yeah, you look great. That looks great, actually.
Yeah, dude. I think the lights were making it exponentially worse.
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, the purple didn't help too because you're all getting all zonked out and the dark purple haze that you're in. Anyway, so something we can all agree on is this next video is fucking weird. There's a story about a dad. He has his name is Patrick. He's got a daughter named Sarah. I don't know how old Patrick is, but he's Sarah's father. Sarah is 20 years old. They are self-proclaimed Christian content creators who make videos about their religion. They make videos about their religion, their beliefs, and their father-daughter relationship. They do it under the username @JustADadAndHisLadybug. Just weird. Right off the bat, just sounds creepy.
Yep.
But Patrick decided to take his relationship with his daughter up a notch. And he did this the other day. This is Patrick and his daughter in her bedroom. Now, I'm not going to show you anything.
God.
Yeah, no, I'm warning. No, nothing like that. It's not going.
The setup for this
This is bad setup.
definitely a wrong. Like,
We're not going that road. Trust me. Well, are we though?
This isn't like a stepdad and his daughter's relationship.
No,
And you're
yeah, no, that's
fishing on
not.
the wrong website?
It's not. This isn't my search history, Mikey. No, this is. Check this out. This is a dad and his daughter in her bedroom, creating a video content for their Christian content account.
What is this?
Sarah, will you wear this ring as a sign and a promise to God and to me to remain pure until the day you're married?
Yes. That is gorgeous.
Give me your left hand. Okay. This ring will remain on your left.
Yes, officer, he's right through there.
I didn't even know that was on the end of it, but dude, is that the creepy?
First of all, have your daughter clean her room. That is absolutely triggering. She's a pig. I can't stand it. Like, ugh.
What is all over the floor? I can't even tell what I'm looking at. Is that a tub of shit just all over the floor? Or
Who
it's not
knows?
too bad.
This looks like
Got a Rally's cup in the background.
Triggering.
It's bothering you. All right. Well, the dad on his
me of my ex and her hoarder ass ways.
Well, the weird, creepy dude in his black socks is what was triggering to me. Even though I rock some black socks, at least push those down a little bit, bro. You could tell he's trying to look Gen Z. That's the new Gen Z trend, Mike. You know that, right? With the socks, no more ankle socks.
Well, yeah,
halfway up the
tall socks became popular again, like 5 to 7 years ago, and now it's time for the boomers to finally get caught up with it.
Well, officially, like there's like Sabrina Carpenter and other young Gen Z celebrities are rocking. Oh, you don't know who Sabrina Carpenter is?
Never even heard of her.
Oh, let me introduce you to Sabrina Carpenter, Mikey.
Don't get in trouble with B1 looking at other ladies on the interwebs.
She already knows I got the hots for Sabrina Carpenter, so it's okay. She's a pop singer. She's one of Taylor Swift's friends. Have you heard that song Espresso?
No. Oh.
Yeah, she's a little tiny little thing too. She's like about
look at them lips though, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, she's about 5 foot nothing too. She's a little tiny little snack. Anyway, sorry to perv out all night. I was actually trying to point out how creepy that guy was, and ended up making myself look like a creep anyway. I can't help myself. You missed the point. You missed the video I played last night where the guy listed off all the porn stars from A to Z, and I knew I think almost 20 of them out of 26. Yeah, I have a problem.
It's a proud moment right there.
No, it was embarrassing. It was really, really embarrassing, to be honest with you. Angelina asks, "Isn't Sabrina Carpenter Young legal?" She's legal. She's over 18. So that's the only
one word that needs to be said.
Yeah, no, I don't know. She's very young and would have zero to do with anything buddy like me, even if I was, rich and famous. It's come on.
Hey, don't count yourself out if you were rich and famous.
Okay, I'll give myself that right now, especially if I give her one of these. Right now, especially.
Too much shots. You can bop her with that and squeeze that on her face. Blah, blah.
I took a picture of it during the break, and now there is a red dot right in the middle of it. Like it doesn't know what it wants to do. I don't know if it's wants to pop or what. But
is it painful if you put some pressure on it?
Yeah, I can't touch it. I can't squeeze it or anything like that. Yeah, no,
I would throw some metal tweezers on that thing and have it lopped off my face in a heartbeat.
I already looked up. It said not to do that. It said do not pop it. Yeah, it was gross.
I wouldn't be able to not pop it. That's like one of those little red buttons in the space capsule that says "Do not press."
I know it's trouble. It's trouble to avoid. It's hard. That's part of like I need to keep my hands busy right now. If I'm not doing this, I got to play video games. Keep my hands busy right now because all I want to do is touch my face. So
Oh,
part of the reason why I have
we
the sunglasses on. It's hard not to. So,
yeah.
what do we think about this guy proposing to his daughter with a purity ring? I mean, it's one thing to want to give your daughter a heads up and say, hey, would prefer if you didn't get have sex until you get married. I guess that's an understandable thing, especially if you're.
How old is the daughter?
20.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like it's a young girl. I mean, she's old enough to be having sex, so it's a conversation to be had, especially if you're in a Christian household and you're trying to uphold all these Christian values and all this kind of, blah blah blah. So I can understand the notion.
One of them all. He's got the weirdest eclectic porn collection. He's a toe tapper in men's bathrooms. Like there's something out there in him with it hidden in his closet.
I think I agree with you, Mikey. I mean, just kind of and again, we don't know anything about this guy. He could be the nicest guy in the world, but it just, by looking at him, the other day you said there's a guy who got in trouble here, and you said he looks a little SUV-ish, and I kind of feel like this guy could be on SUV too. I mean, just look at the way he's looking at her, just longingly.
Looks like Sam Taylor.
The comic, yeah, I guess. I've never seen him without a hat. So, look at him just being a creep. Finally, something we can all agree on, guys.
Left, right, or anything. This guy is a creep.
Exactly. Nugget Man says, I wonder who the guy's daughter is really dating. If she is dating anybody, boy, that really, like he said, that does make a statement. You're right, Nugget Man.
The boyfriend's probably filming that interaction.
Oh God, can you imagine that? He's probably one of these weird guys who's just like, oh yeah, I'll do whatever I can. Oh God, that's so gross.
I promise not to deflower your little baby, sir.
Now, there's part of it got cut off. First of all, you're 20 years old, and most kids your age are not pure, Patrick said to his daughter. Well, I want to thank you for being here and give you something, Sarah. Will you wear this ring as a sign and a promise to God and to me to remain pure until the day you're married? So I guess then on the day of the wedding, because he put it on her left hand on her wedding finger. So I guess that means on the day of the wedding and during the ceremony, they're actually going to have to remove that during the ceremony and put on the actual one, and then the officiant goes, "Now you can fuck, motherfuckers."
As soon as that ring gets swapped, he's like, "Okay, time out. We'll be back in 4 minutes and 30 seconds."
And they literally both just look at that ring comes off, and they go, "I do." Okay. And they grab the fucking box. They don't even put them on. They just fucking bolt and run out of there.
Yeah, that's the way I picture it happening.
These are some crazy, crazy people. So yeah, since this happened, they've actually made the account private because they were getting so much shit online. It's not even open anymore for people to go check it out. Let me see if it's reopened itself.
Oh, I doubt that.
Yep, no, they're still private. So they only have like 1,700 followers, so they're not exactly a huge channel. They're just
they're about to have a lot more followers now. That's for sure.
Well, if they hadn't blocked them to everybody and made their shit private and just made it open, because now you got to request a follow, and who wants to do that and get involved in these weirdos? If you could just
sit there and wait.
Yeah, if you could follow from afar, that's one thing. But Nugget Man said that dad must work for some kind of church or something. I was looking for that. I don't think so. They're just self-proclaimed Christian content creators who make videos about their religion. I don't think they have anything to do with any sort of church or anything like that I've been able to find. But he's just a good dad looking out for his kid, just doing the creepiest shit you've ever fucking seen.
More imaginable creepy than anything. God, that poor girl too. I mean, thank God she's like out of high school and stuff like that. Could you imagine if she still had like 2-3 years left of high school and that became a viral video and she had to go into school with that shit?
Well, do you remember Ashley Simpson and Jessica Simpson? Their dad made them wear a purity ring, or I think maybe Jessica Simpson wore one, but the other sister didn't. And I think that
vaguely remember that. I mean, because I remember Saturday Night Live skits and stuff like that where she had like a chastity belt. And...
Well, Mikey, I don't know if you know this, but there are daddy-daughter purity balls that actually happen. Purity balls.
His balls are pure.
No. It's a very elegant and elaborate purity ceremony. It is elaborate in that it's symbolic of a wedding. A purity ball is thrown for daughters and their fathers. The daughters come dressed in beautiful gowns, and the fathers come dressed in tuxedos. It is an evening full of dancing, cake, prayer, and most important, the presenting of purity rings or other purity items, such as a necklace or bracelet, by the fathers to their daughters.
God, we live in such a fucked up world.
Fathers make a vow and promise to protect their daughters and guard their virginity. As the fathers are making these vows and promises, they present a purity ring or other item to their daughters. These daughters are then under their father's guard and protection until they are married, and replace their purity ring with a wedding ring. The daughters,
you called it.
Yeah, the daughters promise their fathers that they will stay pure. These poor girls, that they have to think.
I mean,
like,
what's the definition of pure? Because back when I was a kid, all the like good Christian girls and stuff like that, you know, there was other orifices, I guess you could say.
Yeah, they all did anal instead, right? Isn't that what the supposedly the thing? Yeah, that's what the rumor was. All the Catholic girls would take it up the poop chute, so they didn't have to take it in the front chute and break their vow of celibacy or virginity or whatever.
Yep.
Anyway, it's just crazy to think that this thing actually happens. I'm looking at a website for Christian jewelry for all this kind of stuff. So the
chastity belt with the big old fucking padlock right over the hoochie coochie.
Oh, I mean, I got a whole big definition of what a purity ceremony is. I mean, this is insane. This is absolutely disgusting that there are girls out there who have to endure this shit.
Those are the ones that go absolutely crazy as soon as they're given some freedom, and they end up with 4 kids by 5 men.
Yeah, absolutely. Or they end up in like a absolutely loveless, terrible marriage because they just married some guy who's in the church or has got money, or they never had sex before marriage and they're just in this weird sexless, loveless marriage or whatever. Yeah, I mean, look at how crazy how long all this is, and the different types of ceremonies, purity balls, purity ceremonies, other types of purity ceremonies. I mean, it's a whole big thing. And this website that I'm on is just all the different types of jewelry that you can get for these ceremonies. So it's
why not monetize it? You know what I'm saying? So that's perfect.
It's pretty nuts. It's pretty crazy that this exists. Period. And now there's a viral video. Now I was trying to find like where that video. I know it came from TikTok, but I couldn't find any more real like news stories about it other than some kind of like janky websites. But yeah, there you go. Gabriella wants to know, Mikey, are you good?
No, I'm sweating. I'm absolutely kind of having a freak out from the edible. And
really?
I'm breathing heavy. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's getting late anyway. My eye is actually starting to get really irritated. It's starting to hurt really bad right now. So I think we'll probably just start wrapping it up here because
I'm gonna end up going upstairs and turning on my fan with the AC and literally hiding under the blankets like this until it goes away.
That sounds like so much fun. I'm actually glad edibles don't work on me because that sounds absolutely awful. Scrooge said we could
not have a good time.
We could blindfold you with dental floss right now, Scrooge said.
Oh, without a doubt, dude.
That's funny. So, all right, dude. Well, don't do anything crazy. Just ride it out. Put on a movie or something and put your feet up and smoke a little more and just chill out.
Rebel Moon, here we come.
Oh yeah. Ooh. I might throw that on too. That might be a good movie to fall asleep watching tonight. That's a nice long one.
3.5 hours.
Yeah, the director's cut. That's right. Ooh, I might throw that on then. So, all right. Well,
Mike, Matt Wright's new special too. I got to watch that.
Where's that?
Netflix.
On
it's
Netflix?
A full hour and 20 minutes of crowd work.
Okay, good, because his last special was kind of not so
Yeah,
good. So
his storytelling is trash, but his crowd work is out of this world. So
yeah, CYX does have a good question. Why do you continue to take edibles if they give you anxiety and make you feel like this?
because one of these times it's going to be different. The definition of insanity is to keep trying the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Yeah, it's Mikey, you're
But
riding the
the
borderline.
the edibles, they're really good when I do them like 10, 20 milligrams at a time. But
What if
then there's days
you
like today where I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I really want to get the munchies. I'm just gonna eat this whole 100 milligrams and hopefully just go right to sleep. And then it turns on me.
what could you do to like could you do some push-ups or something, or like is there anything that would like bring you back to life right now, you think?
Push-ups would probably help.
Like if you just like took your headset up, because sometimes when I get too high, if I just shake my head real hard and kind of rattle my brain a little bit, I kind of like can snap out of it a little bit. I know that sounds ridiculous.
Oh no, I feel like if I did that like dizzy bet, I'd end up like headbutting the table in front of me, and then I don't have a life alert or anything like that. I'll end up like one of the neighbors we were talking about. I'd be dead in my apartment for 3 days. It'd be horrible.
No, not like where you get dizzy. Just shake it and just kind of rattle it around a little bit, and then you're like, oh, okay, there you go. Like it just kind of wakes you up a little bit.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna listen to some music too. Post Malone just dropped his new album today too.
Yeah, I heard he dropped a second country album. I saw he surprise second album that nobody was expecting him to do. So that's pretty cool. I will
Wait,
look.
what? He dropped 2 albums?
Yeah, he dropped a surprise second country album today, is what I saw on Instagram.
I don't know if it's a surprise. I knew F1 Trillion was coming out for like the past month and a half, 2 months. It's been listed on the Apple Store and everything. But dude, there are so many features, dude. Like every song, we got Tim McGraw, Hank Williams, Morgan Wallen, Blake Shelton, Dolly Parton, Brad Paisley, Luke Combs.
There's surprise bonus tracks on it.
Holy shit! There's 18 tracks of his regular album, and then there is 9 tracks.
Wow, this is
with
great.
No features or nothing.
Yeah, here's all the collabs with him: Luke Combs, Ernest, Sierra Farrell, I don't know her, Hardy, Jelly Roll, Tim McGraw, Brad Paisley, Dolly Parton, Blake Shelton, Chris Stapleton, Billy Strings, Morgan Wallen, Hank Williams Jr., and Lainey Wilson. Pretty much all the big names in country right now, and some of the biggest from the past. Wow, that's pretty fucking incredible. Well, you know what? From all accounts, he's a nice dude, and people find him to be really talented. So I think people were kind of wanted to work with him, and he had kind of, I think it was kind of a mutual thing. Hey, get away from that camera. Oh, what is going on with this cat today? It's the second time he's done it. You little shit. I yelled at him pretty hard earlier. I was pissed because it took me, I don't know what I did. I fucked the camera all up. It took me forever to fucking reset it, and it was hurting my eye trying to do it, and I finally got it set up, and this dipshit cat runs by, knocks it right over. So anyway, so yeah, put some Posty on. How you gonna watch Rebel Moon and listen to Posty?
I don't know. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall. If I can't get into the movie, then maybe I'll try the music.
Then it's headphones on under the blanket, listening to.
Yeah, sleep won't happen. As tired as I look, the anxiety's way too high for me to sleep.
Oh man, you do look like you could just close your eyes and zonk out in 2 seconds right now.
Yeah, dude, I wish, but like if I close my eyes for longer than 5 seconds, I feel like that's what lets the demons in.
Well, what do you mean? Like, do you feel like you're gonna throw up? Do you get the spins or?
No, it's like sweating from the inside. You know what? To be honest, it feels like that CHS thing that I used to get when I was the correspondent.
Oh, when you would feel like you need to take a shower or you're gonna start throwing up?
Cannabis hyperemesis or hyperemesis disorder.
Yeah, I would stop taking that many edibles, that many milligrams, dude. I feel like it's not worth it. It's not fun. You spend all that money to feel hope that just like for hope maybe you'll
It
go
was
on.
it was $5. It was literally as I was walking out of the dispensary, they had these little like square strawberry gummies that are dipped in nerds, and I was like, "Oh, bet $5," and they were like, "Oh, here you go," and I ate it right as soon as I was walking out the store.
And it was 100 milligrams for $5?
Yep, yep.
Whoa, man, I can't wait till we get tons and tons of dispensaries around here.
You won't have edibles stronger than 10 milligrams unless it's a corner store or something like that, or a vape shop that's not legally selling.
Oh, so what are you? What do you maybe you ate some fentanyl? Maybe like you
No,
worry about that or anything? Like seriously, do you ever worry that like at these kind of corner
no,
stores
just
doing that?
10 milligrams. 10 milligrams is like the nationwide like cap on what you can do for edibles. California, Colorado, everything like that. The edibles are capped off at 10 milligrams.
Oh, I didn't know that. How was I getting like 250 ones back in the day? Those ones that look like the Grateful Dead jelly like bears. Remember
That's
those?
what a lot of them are like from like this store that I'm at that I go to right now. They've got dude, they've got a jar of oil that's like this big, and it's 1,200 milligrams of THC.
So what if
Every
you?
like full eyedropper that I put under my tongue is like 120 milligrams.
Oh man, that's a lot. That's I mean, it's
Dude, I used to do between 700 when I was getting sick with the CHS and everything like that. I was between 7 and 900 milligrams a day.
what? Why?
Yeah. Dude, I used to get really high on them. And then as soon as the CHS thing came through, I think it like ruined edibles for me forever.
Man, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
How
But
many did
that's what
you eat?
happens.
How many did you eat when you did that Joe Biden thing? 1,000?
Yeah, that was 1,000 milligram cookie.
But you seem way worse now than you did when you did that. Like you were.
That's the good news. That's the good thing about edibles. You never know what you're gonna get.
Do you eat something else before you eat them? Like do you? Because
This one I haven't eaten anything all day.
oh, okay.
The
So
only
that
thing I've had all day, the last time I ate was like last night at 10 o'clock. I had a grilled cheese, worked all day, sweated my ass off, got my hair cut, ate that edible,
and here we are.
woke up late.
Good
Yep.
grief. So did the edible make you fall asleep?
I'd imagine so, yeah.
And then you just woke up just completely zooted.
High as shit.
Nice. Whoa, that's nuts. I want to.
Dude, it was one of those like wake up, and especially given like what time it was and everything like that, I couldn't tell whether or not it was 7:30 in the morning or 7:30 at night.
Also, though, the worst feeling, but then the best feeling in the fucking world when that happens, and you don't have to go anywhere, and you realize it's Friday night or like that, like you've napped and you wake up and you're like you think it's the morning, and then you realize, oh shit, I still got the whole
I
fucking
got
night.
a whole night.
I got the whole night. Yes, yes. I don't have to go to work in 10 minutes. Hell yeah.
Especially, yeah, exactly. Especially when you wake up and you think it's 7:30 in the morning, and you're like, no work.
All right, good. Well, go get yourself together. Try not go get order a pizza and some ice cream, and you'll be fine.
Sounds good, bro.
All
Yeah,
right.
I think I'm gonna go with some Pizza Hut tonight.
Don't you remember you got to pay extra for that pan pizza.
Oh yeah, no, it'll fuck up my stomach. Never mind.
It's good. It's worth it. It did fuck my stomach up the next day when I just had it the other night when I killed that large pizza during our draft. My stomach was fucked up. Fucked up. So, all right. One of these nights, by the way, speaking of ice cream, we do need to do your ice cream gallon challenge. I think you said you could kill a gallon of ice cream, if not more.
I could probably do that.
So we should try to time that out and see how fast you can eat a gallon of ice cream. And then I'll try to
I
take.
think I could do that.
I'll try to take on your time and see if I can beat you.
I'll probably start. I'm probably gonna start with a half gallon.
Oh
And
yeah,
then we'll do
yeah.
the
I think
timing
that's.
for the half gallon.
I think that's what we said.
Yeah, gallon's a lot.
Yeah, start with a half, see how fast you can do a half, and then see how fast you can go towards the second one, and we'll weigh it if we have to. So, okay, I like that. That
the
sounds
ice
good.
cream headache already.
Oh, it's going to be brutal. I can't wait.
Yeah,
Well, we'll
I'm
figure
probably
that out.
feeling
We'll figure it out. One of these days when you're up for it. So, all right?
Indeed.
All right, dude. I love you. Feel good. Stay out of trouble. Adios.
Love you too, buddy. Absolutely.
All right.
See ya.
Bye. All right. Man, I wish edibles worked for me. It'd be fun to get high like that. I can't remember last time I got high like that, man. It would be so nice to be able to get zooted. It sucks I can't get zooted anymore. I just get a little buzzed, you know? I don't get completely ripped. Anyway, so Nugget Man says he's going to send me a story about an elementary kid that brought weed gummies to school as a snack and shared them with others. Well, that's horrible. You got to make sure that you keep your drugs where your kids can't get them. That's pretty fucking obvious. If you use drugs, don't let your kids get your drugs. Put them away. Pretty fucking obvious. So, alrighty, guys. I think that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. I know Mikey had to mention Pizza Hut, so now I got Pizza Hut on the brain. Do I want Pizza Hut? It's late. Pizza Hut usually still delivers at this time, so I could probably get a Pizza Hut pizza. Oh, man. I'm probably going to end up eating Pizza Hut now. God damn it. Anyway, well, guys, I appreciate you coming and hanging out here on a Friday night. I am hoping that this eye thing goes away and I'll be back to normal and not wearing sunglasses like a douche while we're on a live show here. And then I will... Monday's kind of relying on what's going on with this eye, because if it keeps swelling up at the rate it's swelling up, it's going to be closed by Monday. Or it's going to be so heavy I can't keep it open. So it will essentially be closed by Monday. Because just right now, I'm literally just blinking like a fucking weirdo. Because it's irritated as fuck right now. So, Nugget Man asks if I tried St. Ides weed drink. No, that's the only kind of way I've not ever ingested weed. It's like a liquid, like a weed drink, a THC infused drink. I should try that to see if it works for me. Because like these gummies and stuff, they don't do anything for me. It sucks. It really sucks. I only had edibles work twice for me, and I've taken them a bunch of times. They've only ever worked twice. It sucks. So, all right. Ooh. Average Savage said I should get City Slice. Ooh, it might be too late for City Slice. I think they might stop delivering at 9. And if that's the case, then it's going to be Pizza Hut for me. So either way, guys, I appreciate you spending your Friday night with me. I might fire up the PlayStation and do some gaming here in a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be doing any like kind of stream or anything, but if like Pat Wooey is on or George or anybody that wants to play College Football 25 with me, we can jump on and we can have a little bit of fun playing online. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to stream it or anything like that because I want to take these sunglasses off and my eyes killing me. So, and I got to do my fucking stupid warm compress that does nothing. Fucking dumbass bullshit warm compress. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. I will, like I said, Monday is riding on how this eye goes, so no promises as far as being back live at 7. But I hope to be back live at 7 because I enjoy spending my time with you, and it seems like you guys enjoy spending some time with me. So if you do, hit that thumbs up. If you have not already done so, I would appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up on tonight's video. Again, if you're watching on your TV, you can do it with your remote. Click up there and then hit the thumbs up on your remote. If you're doing it on your phone or your desktop or whatever, click it with your finger or use your little mouse and hit that thumbs up for it, brother. I would really appreciate it. So that's going to wrap things up. Have a great weekend. I am out of here. See ya.